From San Francisco, California, this is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Monday, August 29th, 2023. This is day 29 of the Dog Days of Podcasting. We're almost done with this month. 2 more shows after this one. I'm up here in the mountain house by myself. Well, me and 2 of my dogs. The wife left this morning with 2 of the female dogs, Mila and Tamara, the smooth-coated Salukis. I have the two feathered Salukis here, Cassie and Stella. They're down in the house waiting for me to get back. I'm sitting in the tree stand. It is 6:18 p.m. When I last spoke to you, I was sitting in the tree stand, and there was some doe around me. I was waiting for bucks to show up. You can't shoot doe in California. And I went back out in the tree stand this morning at 6 a.m. at 5:30 a.m. and stayed till about 7. I just wasn't feeling it. There were no bucks on the trail cam when I was asleep. I checked, and it's a good thing I came back in because those same doe came again this morning, and no bucks all last night and all day today. So I don't have high hopes, but I got to stick with it. I got to stick this out. I'm going to go till at least Wednesday trying to get a deer. I did some target practice today, and I've been shooting terrible. I adjusted my sights, and I think I'm shooting accurate now. So if I do see a buck, that could be the reason I missed last time. We're not going to get into that. I'm just going to assume I did not kill that. I'm going to assume I didn't hit that thing. So I'm giving it one last chance. All animal rights activists, please, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Let me know that I'm an asshole for hunting animals. And when I get one, I will send you pictures. When you email me, I'll send you a piece of venison jerky. How about that? You tell me how much of an asshole I am for killing animals, and I'll send you a piece of venison jerky. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. I need to take a sip of this fine water. I don't trust myself in a tree stand drinking beer. I should be up here drinking beer, but I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like it's not a good thing to do. 30 feet up. You know, the number one cause of hunting injuries and deaths, let me take a sip of this fine water. The number one cause of hunting injuries and deaths is falling from the tree stand. And I don't want to fall from the tree stand. I'm about 30 feet up here, and the ground up here is very hard. It's like rock. So I don't want to fall. It's very peaceful up here. I'm looking forward to some time alone up here. It's been nice hanging out with the wife, but it is also nice to be by yourself. I made dinner that she would not want to eat. I cooked all the leftovers up in the refrigerator and added some Japanese curry to them. So I made a Japanese curry dish, and it was very delicious. I don't think the wife would have liked it. When I went to the grocery store today, I got some chicken livers and hearts and gizzards and some thighs. I think I'm going to do some yakitori on the grill tomorrow for myself, and maybe take some of those livers and hearts and gizzards and make some dirty rice. Nobody in my family will eat dirty rice except for me. So I'm looking forward to eating what I want to eat, doing what I want to do, unwinding what I want to unwind, etc., etc. I hope you're listening to this. I'm afraid to check the stats. I never check the stats of the show, but because I'm afraid. I just don't want to find out that nobody's listening. So if you're listening, let me know. I post all these on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. Let me know you're listening, so I know I'm not wasting my time. Donations are down, so maybe there's no value in these dog days of podcasting. Maybe this will be my last year doing it. I don't know. It's a good exercise. The main reason to do it is a good exercise for me. It gets me in the swing of things. and it gets me in the habit of doing a show regularly. Like I said before, when I retire at the end of the year, if the donations pick up, I will probably do 2 or 3 shows a week, 2 or 3 normal length shows, at least 45 minutes to an hour long. I think tomorrow I may do a track by track of the band I'm getting ready to play. I think Chris Del Grande posted about this on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, which I did not create, etc., etc. The Casanovas, I talked about them yesterday or the day before. This record label, I think they're called Rubber Records. They sent me the album yesterday, and I've been listening to some of it. It's very derivative, but the songs are really, really super catchy. But every song sounds like another band, at least the songs that I've heard. One song sounds like Stranglehold. I'm going to close out with one of their songs tonight. I'm going to play a song called The Last Time Was Good. Tell me this song does not sound like a combination of 38 Special and Lynyrd Skynyrd. I like that they wear their influences on their sleeve. I think somebody on the Facebook group was talking about every song sounds like derivative of another band too, but they don't sound like they're copying. They sound like they're paying tribute. The song Chris Del Grande posted yesterday was called When You Want Something From Me. I think that's what we play. That sounded like Casanovas doing the Helicopters doing Kiss. So I'm thinking about doing a track by track of this album either tomorrow or the next day or sometime while I'm up here in the mountains. So I really have nothing to do up here. I didn't plan on doing any work up here. I just planned on being up here hunting. So I may just lay around the house all day and just watch television, which I have not done in years. I'll get up again in the morning if I don't get a deer tonight, and I'll sit in the tree stand for a little while, and then I'll come back in and have some breakfast and hang out with walk the dogs and hang out with them the rest of the day, and I guess get back in the tree stand tomorrow. All right, friends. Thank you for sticking with me for 31 days. So thank you for sticking with me for 29 so far. So far, you've gotten tour updates. You've gotten me from the road. You've gotten regular length shows. You've gotten me sitting in a tree stand. I think that's a good value. If you think it's a good value, please tell me what you think it's worth to you by donating to the Rock and Roll Geek Show, friends. And if you get no value out of it, well, then I need to up my game, I guess. All right, friends, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Here is the Casanovas. This song is called The Last Time Was Good. The album is called, what is the album called? The album is called Backseat Rhythms. And what I like, I've heard so far. Chris Del Grande says it's in his top 3 of the year so far. So that deserves a track by track, I think. And I was offered an interview with the guys too. If you want me to interview them, let me know. I have no idea what I would ask them. I mean, when I say I guess I could just talk about the songs. I would like it to be a good interview, so I don't want it to be boring. So maybe you can come up with some fun facts for me. They're from Melbourne, Australia. They're called the Casanovas. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay frosty, friends, and keep sticking it to the man.
a rock and roll geek train wreck.